Hello and welcome to today's video. We are here for another week of power rankings for the Overwatch League here on the channel. Now, there's a couple things. I'm going to try to keep this video short because my phone only has 12% battery life. The other thing is that I do have a new phone, so we're recording on new phones. This is the first video on my iPhone 10, which is super exciting to record. Hopefully this should bring a little bit better videos to the channel. But one final thing. I didn't watch as much of the league this week. I only watched Seoul play the first match that they played and half the second match. Did get the shirt as well for my birthday, which was on the break of the Overwatch League. But I didn't watch that much this week. The Olympics were on. I love watching the Olympics, especially the winter ones. Those are my favorite Olympics. So if you guys are interested, I do have my thoughts and recap of the Winter Olympics and my favorite parts of it tomorrow in a video for you guys. But today is about the Overwatch League. So because I didn't watch as much, this ranking is based purely on the records that I've seen and who they lost to, who they won to, that type of thing. And a couple of things that I did see on social media, but again, my whole social media feed was just full of, I guess I should say Twitter feed, was full of the Olympics. So next week things should be back to normal for the power rankings because at the time this video goes up, the Olympics are over. Or by the time it's going up, the closing ceremony is happening because it's at 6 a.m. in South Korea. This video goes up at 8 in the morning, so it should be right about the end of the Olympics. But anyways, the power rankings this week. Still in last place, we have the Shanghai Dragons. They haven't got their new players in the lineup yet. I know that the girl that they signed from Korea, I think they were still working getting a visa for her to come to the country, come to America. So I don't think she's here yet. I don't think they got that worked out just yet. But it'll take a little bit before she even gets worked into the team. So some of their changes that they made after Stage 1 haven't really taken effect yet, and they are now, this says 0-11, but I'm sure it's 0-12. This hasn't updated yet. Next we have the Los Angeles Gladiators. They've just been trash. I haven't really thought the Gladiators have been good. They're kind of just there. They're kind of like hyped up, but they're not that good. Coming in at number 10 on our power rankings is the Florida Mayhem. They still only have that one win, but they did take a map from New York, which was impressive, and taking maps from top Korean teams on our power rankings does have some weight, as you guys seen a couple weeks ago. Shanghai moved up because they took a map over Seoul. So that does have some weight to it, but for the most part, Florida really hasn't been that good either. So when they get some of their new players in the lineup, we'll see how that works for them. San Francisco Shock, I have ranked at 9th here. They got wrecked by Seoul this week. And not really sure if they made any off-season. Made any changes during the break, but definitely haven't shown much improvement either yet. I'm sure some of these teams in a couple weeks will see some improvements from. Plus figuring out the meta and all that for them. Still something that some of these teams are working on. The Philadelphia Fusion, they have improved. They won a couple maps, but on my power rank I still hold them 8th. I don't know, it just hasn't been... They haven't impressed me. I know they won some matches this week pretty convincingly, including over Boston, who we do still have in 6th on our power rankings, but again, the power rankings do factor in previous weeks, and I just feel like, again, like I said, the power rankings, they factor in. This week has a major effect on it, but the other weeks do have more. They do have a little bit of play in it, and that's why Philadelphia's still there. Number 7, though, is Dallas Fuel, because again, teams also get rewarded for super improvement, which Dallas has. They've won matches this week. I know that they were on the rise a couple games towards the end of the last stage, so they have definitely improved. And they got, who they get back? That guy that got suspended. They got him back. Something XQC or QXC, one of the two. He came back after he got suspended a couple weeks ago. And they've made some trades with the Spitfire, so improving for them. 6, the Boston Uprising. Again, they had some good play at the end of the first stage, and they did get 4-0 by Philadelphia, but Philadelphia is ranked lower. Number 5, the Los Angeles Valiant, who got 4-0 by Seoul and dropped a map to Shanghai. So getting 4-0 and dropping a map to the worst team in the league has them ranked 5th. They were ranked higher previously. Again, I don't have the thing pulled up here for the last week's power rankings because I tweeted that out like 2 weeks ago and I'm not scrolling through and trying to find that tweet because I'm an idiot. Don't just save the copies. Number 4, Houston Outlaws. I think they 4-0'd Boston too. Who did they 4-0? I don't even know. They 4-0'd somebody today. Again, I haven't really paid that much attention. I just seen who won and who lost. So Houston is actually up here. Map differential, they're 2nd in the league. And I have them ranked 4th. New York and London, these two are really just a toss-up. I have New York 3rd after they've lost to the Spitfire the end of Stage 1 in the Stage 1 playoffs and starting out this week, so losing them. And Spitfire right there. They beat New York, who was supposed to be the best team, but they lost to Houston, so they're still 2nd. Ranked 1st, so I do have Seoul, who may seem biased when you say Seoul's number 1 wearing a Seoul Dynasty shirt. But I've noticed their improvements because it did fall a little bit towards the end of the first stage. They started out really good numbers, like, oh, they're the best team. Then they fell a lot, losing to the Valiant, losing to London, and to New York, but I have them ranked at number 1 because they are going to do really well in this stage. The new meta, not having to play Mercy, they can go with the Lucio, which really fits their team better. They're going to go places in this 2nd stage. Then this meta definitely fits better than the Stage 1 meta did, without Mercy necessarily being required, because she really was required previously. And at the level that I play, everybody still picks Mercy mostly, but you do see it a little bit less. But in the league, everybody's so good at every healer, everybody's good at every healer. They can do so many more roles. Fits better for them to run the Lucio over a Mercy. So that is our power rankings. A little bit shorter this week. Like I said, I will be paying more attention when it comes to the 2nd week coming up here. I apologize for that, but it's 2 weeks of sporting events for once every 4 years. I just love the Winter Olympics so much, and I love the Olympics in general. That, I just wanted to spend time watching that, and it's something that I enjoy doing. So, I do apologize, but we'll be back next week. If you do want to see, again, my recaps of the Winter Olympics, if you happen to watch them yourself over the past 2 weeks, make sure you go and peep the channel tomorrow. I'm not really sure when it's going to be up, because this video goes up, it'll probably go up sometime early on Monday, I know that. Just because here in America, they're not going to have a broadcast of it until 8 o'clock. So it'll end about 11 o'clock, then I'll record, upload. So it'll probably be sometime 8 o'clock on Monday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time on Monday. So make sure you guys check that out. Of course, since they do not have the broadcast, I'm not watching at 6 in the morning. I will watch when NBC broadcasts that later tomorrow night, or tonight, when the time this video goes up. Either way, thank you guys for watching our Power Rankings video. Next week we'll be back for our Power Rankings heading into week number 3, and again, tomorrow, 8 a.m., Olympic recap. of the Winter Olympics from Pyeongchang. So with that, thank you guys again, and we'll see you in the next video on my channel. Yeah, we got a lot of heat content coming up, trust.